Over 90% of all online experiences start with search. Search engines have become a core resource for people who are looking for a business, a product, a service, and over the years, online search has drastically reduced the need for traditional means of searching, such as the yellow pages. Now, your business needs to adapt to the changes of, the new consumer searching landscape. Businesses no longer need to spend thousands and thousands of pounds on advertising in directories, magazines, or newspapers. Every business with a simple website has the potential to get found by more and more customers online through search engine optimization through inbound marketing. Whether you have already invested in your search engine optimization strategy or are just getting started, this short course should help you gain a stronger understanding of all the core aspects in and around SEO and some of the ideas and best practices to help you in your business. The first thing we're going to look at is understanding the fundamentals of keywords. Now, once upon a time, businesses focused on carefully selecting which keywords and which key phrases to place across their entire web presence in order to increase their rankings in a search engine results page, the SERP. But the world of search engine optimization has been changing drastically, particularly with the constant changes Google has been making in terms of Penguin and Panda to its algorithm. So basically what all that means is the emphasis you put onto keyword research and selection, in other words, your on-page SEO, is now roughly only worth about 25% of what actually impacts your results spot on the SERPs. The only problem with that is that you can never truly master the other 75%, the off-page SEO, until you understand and master the basics of keywords and on-page SEO. So why do keywords matter? Keywords or key phrases are simply the search terms someone types into a search engine such as Google or Bing, and when they're looking for certain information. People are constantly using keywords, whether they are searching for a specific product or just browsing the internet in general for personal research. In fact, about 95% of the US internet browsing population accesses search engines every day. That's a whole lot of time spent searching various keywords and key phrases. Now, what exactly is on-page SEO and how do keywords and key phrases fit into that? Well, in the history of search engine optimization, the rank of a piece of content in a search engine results page has typically come down to two key drivers: relevancy and authority, built through content on your website. So when optimizing your content, we try and focus on our copy, the specific keywords that match what people are actually searching for online. Therefore, the first rule of on-page SEO is to think about what your target users might be searching for and make sure those keywords and those key phrases are actually on the page. This will increase the likelihood of reaching those users as they go to Google, Bing, or Yahoo, whatever it happens to be. That being said, on-page SEO is basically about two things: picking the best keywords around which to base your pages, and number two, making it clear to search engines that your page revolves around those actual keywords. So when you're doing on-page optimization, certainly the old way, where search engine algorithms ranked web pages based on numerous factors, the basic premise went along the lines that a page will show up in a search engine results page because the website has a page that mentions the search for terms. Okay, so of course many websites use the same keywords on the same page, and there are hundreds and possibly thousands of tools littered across the web that allow you to measure the keyword density of a page. And some of those tools teach you that it is better to have more keywords, and therefore as a result, webmasters would crank out keyword stuffed text that was not interesting and provided a horrible experience for your user. These keywords would be stuffed into various places, including your URL, the page title, the meta description tag, the on-page headings, and aggressively throughout the page content. These tactics even ended up stripping out important keyword variations so that the page wouldn't even rank well or even at all for some sort of related keywords. So businesses should still be using keywords, of course they should, but rather than littering them throughout every aspect of your website and your web pages within it, think about the value of what you want each page to provide and which keywords match that value. And rather than repeating the same keyword or the same key phrase over and over and over again, you should use a diverse set of related keywords to help you rank well for a variety of long-tail keywords. So what I mean by that would be something like build versus building, or strategy versus strategies. Also, rank well for a variety of lateral keywords like lawyer versus solicitor, or search engine optimization versus SEO. Now, if we look at the core components of on-page SEO today, they really involve the following elements. Firstly is your meta tags. And meta tags are the official data tags for each web page that are found in between the open and closing head tags in the HTML code. The most popular meta tags are the title tag, the meta description, and the keyword tag. These tags alert search engines with relevant information describing the content of the page, which then in turn helps search engines decide if your website is an appropriate listing in response to a particular search query by your user. Next is title tags and meta descriptions. And title tags and meta descriptions are two of the most important tags when it comes to SEO and enticing potential visitors to click through to your website. A title tag is a HTML tag which contains a sentence of text describing the contents of its associated web page. These tags are the first aspect of your page that a search engine crawler, and that basically is what search engines use to analyze and index web pages, does when it comes across when visiting your website. So it's important to make a good first impression by optimizing them with your relevant keywords and your brand. Titles generally run about 77 characters, so not very much space, so it's important to make every character count and to use them wisely. Now, meta descriptions are what appear on the SERPs describing the content of the page being linked to. While these descriptions don't have a huge impact on on how search engines determine your rank, they are used by your visitors to determine how relevant that website is based on their search query. So think about it, when you search for something, you almost always read, or at the very least skim through the description of each link before deciding to click. So make sure you include your keywords and your main call to action rights within this description. Meta descriptions generally run about 160 characters, so once again it's not an awful lot, and it's important to use them very wisely and stick to that limit, because after the 160 characters, Google will cut off anything thereafter, so you don't want to lose any valuable or vital information. Now, the next thing we want to look at is content. And on-page optimization, a critical component of that is content. And content is what the search engine crawlers need to associate your page with a set of keywords or key phrases. Without it, crawlers are left in the dark as to what your page is about. So when building your content, it's important to, remember to give the crawlers enough information to bite on. 100 words typically isn't enough, it really isn't, and it certainly won't give the crawlers enough information so that they can read and understand what that content or what that page is about. And this content shouldn't be stuffed with keywords either, as a lot of research would suggest that search engines actually punish websites for keyword stuffing. And instead of writing on-page copy for the sole purpose of repeating a keyword multiple times, what you should actually do is you should write about your product, your service, or your idea naturally. Let your keyword and your keyword variations naturally flow and naturally fall into place. And if that doesn't happen, go back and try and spring in some variations into the content so that the message gets across, this time just only optimized. Next up, I suppose, is localization. And where appropriate, you should try and add localization. And this is extremely important to businesses who offer products and services to a specific geographic area or region. So for example, if you're a solicitor, you'll probably want to have a page of content set up for each location you have an office or a branch set up in. And when building your content, you'll want to include localized keywords so that the search engines know you have offices in those areas. Quick action items for local businesses. If you're a local business, be sure to optimize your location using the following tools. Firstly, Google My Business, Bing Places for Business, and Yahoo Local Listings.